B machine. He sent in this replay in the Fronte Gonzaga. It's a Tier 9 Italian cruiser. This thing is... let me think about this here. Isn't this... Wasn't she released as part of the Kitakami event last year? I honestly can't remember. But anyway, she's very unique in that she's basically an Italian cruiser that's got lower caliber guns, 135 millimeter caliber guns, and these can equip either HE or SAP. So most of you already know what SAP does to things, and basically very good against subs, destroyers, lightly armored ships. And also battleship superstructures, I suppose. She also has torpedoes, if I remember right. Yep, there they are. And they have 10-kilometer range for the torpedoes. She does have an exhaust smoke generator and a heel and an emergency engine power consumable. Not just regular engine boost, but emergency engine power. Okay, this is a ship I think I've only played a couple of times. And I'm sure that's the case for a lot of players, frankly, because I don't see this ship that often in the wild at all. So let's take a look at what machine's done with it. Main armaments mod 1, engine boost modification 1, aiming systems, of course, propulsion, concealment, and then finally main battery. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That gets emergency engine power action time to almost a full minute with consumable enhancement skill as well. He's got Sansonetti. Now, Sansonetti on this boat is going to be interesting. You get a kill that helps with main battery firing range. You get a Confederate achievement that helps with main battery reload time. And then after 100 main battery hits, you have 10% buff to consumable action time, which helps both the smoke and the emergency engine power consumables. Okay, so that's pretty sexy. I am curious, what is the range stock? 14 kilometers. It's a little bit on the low side of things, so getting a kill with Sansonetti's proc will definitely help you there. He does have 2 buffed talents, or sorry, 2 buffed skills, but you're choosing not to use him for either, which is fine. Hi, Duckman. I'll answer your question in a second. For your captain skills, you've got Consumable Specialist, Last Stand, Incoming Fire Alert, Consumable Enhancements, Adrenaline Rush, Heavy HEA SAP, Survivability Expert, Superintendent, and finally Concealment Expert. So all that gets your concealment down to 9 kilometer, which is really sexy. Heavy HE and SAP gives you 10% extra damage for your SAP shells, and because your caliber is low enough, you don't really need to worry about the extra detection. That part doesn't qualify or doesn't apply for you, which is really something special. It's a fine build. It's a fine build. Personally, I still like to take priority target to know if people are targeting me, so I know when it's time to use the exhaust smoke generator. In order to do that, though, you would have to give up consumables enhancements. I don't know what else really to change. I mean, you could drop this in favor of Gunfeeder would be nice, I suppose. You're probably going to use SAP in almost everything, though. MNote is suggesting we look at the maneuverability. 600 meter turning circle is very nice, very sexy. And 9-second rudder shift is pretty darn good as well. Signal flags, you've got ship HP, fire reduction, HP flooding, fire chance and flooding chance, fire chance, heal boosting, smoke, uptime, ship speed, and then consumable reload. These are all good flags to have on this ship. The fire chance ones maybe aren't as important because you are, of course, probably going to be slinging SAP all the time. So I might go for anti-air and ramming instead of these two. That's about all I could think of different, though. So let's get into the game, shall we? Let's drop this, go here, and let's see if we can get... before we get into the maneuvering here, let's take a look at the setup. So this is a top tier game, tier 9. You do have 7s in there. No carriers involved. You just have a sub on either side. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Cleveland with its radar can obviously defeat your smoke. Kearsarge has planes. That's about it. It's actually pretty ideal matchmaking for you, man. This is good. All right, let's speed the game up. I think that's normal time. So, Duckman, where to put Yamamoto if you don't want him on Yamato? I would put him on whatever ship, Japanese ship, you play the most. For me, I play the Japanese gunboat destroyer line the most, right? Because I'm always resetting those lines. So I have Yamamoto built for my Kita Kaze, and I grind that baby in ranked battles, predominantly. Because I can get my First Blood achievement in ranked, and I can also get a Kraken in ranked. And boy, is it funny when I get those. So I have my Yamamoto on Kita Kaze. I know other people have put him in other boats. It really comes down to what you play the most, Duckman. Why not Yamato? I just don't play Yamato often. You know, he's good on Yamato. The buff turret traverse is great and all that. But yeah, if you don't play it much, it doesn't matter. Now that shot there was to see if anything was detecting him, and sure enough, it was. So we've got some ship that was sailing broadside there. What was that? That was the Z. Okay, Z-31. So you just spanked him for 6,000. It's pretty good. Curious why you're coming with the Groningen here. I'm guessing you're hoping that he'll detect the Z with his hydro, but the Z is long gone. Because I'm a lobster? Well, I just don't play Yamato much. There's too many other ships in the game to play, man. The only ship that I'm, like, tech tree ship that I know I will reliably play is the Japanese gunboat destroyer line. Oh, you're talking about the Zoidberg thing? Gotcha. You could actually use the smoke here. Yeah, use the smoke from the Groningen. I might start... Oh, no, he's got HE, so yeah, just stay with Sap, I guess. Try to get the superstructure down. Hey, look, radar. So Cleveland is over here. Is Palmer shooting you? He is. That could have been a lot worse. There's the Cleveland. Once the radar is out, you can go dark. There it is. Link Wary from the 1950s? I don't know what that means, Duckman. I'd stay with HE on the Kearsarge until you get him on fire. But again, you've got Groningen shooting too, so whatever. The last two songs, got it. Kearsarge has, you know, that large hangar you can absolutely farm with sap, so that works. That makes sense. Smoke is lasting longer than I would expect. That's it's nice. Now you could have used the smoke to loop back around into the Groningen smoke. You finished your space game? You trying to wait to start it again? Maybe bleach? Oh. Ah, there's your 100 hits. comes Tech Sarge again. Looks like he's... Yeah, the Kexarch planes are attacking your Pommern or whatever, so... You don't have to worry about him anymore. You're down 3 ships at this point. Engine boost right now. You're anticipating being shot at. See, this is why I like having the radio location, or sorry, he did kill the island, yeah, having party target. Because then I know how many people are targeting me, so I know if it's time to start, you know, the engine boost and stuff like that, but... Okay. And interestingly enough, when your engine boost is off, your smoke comes up again, so that works out well. Rodney shooting HE at you. Rip. And, okay, so now you've got 2 key kills on battleships. It's gonna help make things a little bit easier for you. Pommern is in C still, and capping. I've been seeing the Z-31 for a bit. Your Pommern is in the B cap and just holding it, but he's charging a bit. If I was at Pommern in B, I'd probably stop and try to get behind an island. Oh well. Duckman, how have you been lately? Doing well? Things alright in Texas? This is gonna be tough. You're gonna need to deal with the Pommern. You got the Hugo to help you, I guess. Yeah, it's been raining in Arizona the past couple days. It's actually clear skies out today. First time we've seen sun since we've been here. Hard ship for you to play, learn in here. Yeah, right? Well, that's part of the reason I picked it, to be quite frank, Barford. And you can see Machine now trying to get some hits on the Fletcher. Realizes battleships are probably looking for him, so he's gonna smoke up. See, again, if you had priority target, you'd know maybe nobody was targeting you, so I don't need to smoke. Hopefully you get the kill. Nope. I was gonna say, because then you get the extra range, which would be helpful for farming out the Pommern. Pommern's just gonna sit there. Oh, there's the 31 again. Now, because you've got the exhaust smoke, it does give you the flexibility of maneuvering and then getting yourself in a position so when the smoke is done, you know what to do. Andrew, I don't think it's come out yet. The way I look at that with the Surcouf event, because it is going to be a salvage to victory thing. Yeah, there's your reload time because of Confederate. So the way I look at it is, whatever it is it's going to be, for how much we don't know, but at least you know the resource, so you know to save up for it. And I guess it's a good time to remind people that I do have giveaways on my rerun channel. That we do give away 2 times per day blue boosters. I believe blue boosters is one of the things that you can trade in for the Surcouf event, right? I wish Wargame would stop not giving the info. I'm sure they're going to give the info before it's released, but I think the problem for them is once they put a number out, they're beholden to that number no matter what. And from a business perspective, they probably don't want people percolating on that number for way too long. They want people to either they're going to get it or they're not. All these new guys coming to rerun and taking your loot. That's right, they are. I'm just glad it's still working all right. So you've given up on the Palmer now. Interesting choice. There's a sub in front of you. Zero chance I'm spending blue or red boosters. All the coal. A lot of players have 0 and 0 coal ships. Yeah, that's true. And, you know, if they want to buy coal ships, then they can. But I understand what you mean. You want them to be able to make a decision, right? Especially because isn't there an armory rotation coming up, or did it already happen?
Yeah, a couple of days. It's all doubloon ships.
Okay, so none of the coal ships have changed. There's your kill finally. Hey Slab, how you doing? Things going well for you? Are you gonna charge the Bismarck? You're still down on ships. I really don't like that you left the Palmer up there, but hard for you to deal with them, I suppose. Oh, and you don't have ASW, you've got roll-off depth charges. Oh. You've got 2 million ready? That was a good hit. More good hits, not enough though. Okay, but Iparanga got him with DCP, that's the important part. You have 2 million coal ready to spend. Makes sense. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, you know, we'll see what happens. Let's put it that way. People want it, they'll find a way to get it. You have every coal ship. Last one Wargaming release was Brisbane 2 to 3 years ago. They release steel ships every 4 to 6 months. Most players have very little steel. It's very true, Andrew. Very true. As a matter of fact, we've been telling Wargaming for years, why aren't you releasing new coal ships? Because everybody's got coal sitting around. And I almost wonder if this whole, you know, Sarkuf thing is partly their way of dealing with that, right? I can't believe that you just went right in front of him here and you didn't pop his magic I win button with this hydro. You have every coal, doubloon, steel. Only have 5 research bureau to get. If you shoot him, you'd probably kill him right here. Nope, nope, never mind. Got him with the torp. Yeah, there are a lot of good coal ships out there, and I recommend for newer players, don't even bother with the Sarkuf because you've got so many other ships out there to pick up. It's gonna be a lot of work to get to spend the coal, or to get the coal to be able to spend it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, it's your nemesis, the Keksarge. And the rune on your broadside. This is really unfavorable for you, because you're stuck, unable to kite or to angle the both here. High caliber. I like the turn here though. You know Keksarge is gonna take a shot at you. Angry ironing plank detected, right? Okay, now you have to figure he's torpedoed you. So you definitely want to start turning and slowing down. Looks like you did that. Z31 is now on the other side of B-cap. Ah, Groningen got him. And just like that, you guys are back now, finally in the lead. I think this is the first time you guys have been in the lead all game. You're approaching 200,000 damage. Nice kill. Well, you know where the Pommern is now. Your uncle used to play this loud in the dairy barn. Said the cows liked it. Well, if the cows like it, that's what matters, right? You gotta get them producing. Exactly. I like how you're just opening up here. Like, just taunting him. What are you gonna do to me? Yeah, it's a good song. Absolutely. Okay, I was just gonna say, you smoked up before he shot, but he fired at you anyway. So, that worked out okay, because now he's permanent spotted. So you can farm from him longer, so that's good. 220,000. Pommern is about to die. There it goes. For the Kraken, everyone. For the Kraken. Nobody died in today's replays. Nobody. GG indeed, AK-47. How you been? So you got Confederate, Kraken, High Caliber. 2 million credits out of that game. Wow. Must be some good some good bonuses you're running. Boat is broken, nerf please. I think Machine demonstrated really well how powerful the sap shells are on this boat. Come on, mouse. There we go. And I'm curious to see in the detailed report. I'm curious to see. So you didn't fire any HE shells at all. Yeah, that's what I thought. So when I was talking about the flags, you didn't, you know, if I remember right, you had the HE flags and you don't need those. Yeah. I would say, Machine, if you're listening, one thing to think about doing is to be okay shooting HE a little bit here and there. If you can get the fires going, it does help. I realize you know you're worried about your Groningen teammate maybe stealing your fires and stuff like that. But yeah, Otto. Whoa, City Slob just gifted a tier 3 sub. Whoa. Well, thank you for doing that, City Slob. That is really cool. Or yeah, you need to, you know, learning it better too. Sure. Could you run a worst replay contest? Yeah, I could. I'm at my dad's City Slop, so it's a little bit difficult to try to put that together for right now, but I wouldn't mind seeing some people's worst replays either, and I ask for them, and unfortunately they just don't come as well. But thank you for the gift sub though, City Slop. That was really nice of you at tier 3, no less. And you get to see some, at least another picture of Stevie there. Hard for me to see it because I just don't have my monitor set up. But this poor Lightning with 2 hits. Wow. I mean, it's a solid game either way, and I can understand why you maybe didn't want to go after the Pommern because you know he's like your biggest threat. But at the same time, I kind of feel like would have been a really good opportunity for you, right? But yeah, a good game nonetheless. I'm curious too, how much, who hit you for how much? Yeah, see, not a lot of people really focusing you down. You're doing a nice job of going dark, using the smoke screen to disappear so that people shoot something else. And that you can definitely see here, right? If you see somebody doing the lion's share, like half of your damage or something like that, or even a third, that tells you that you were shot at for a long period of time and people were focusing you. That's not happening here. So it's very interesting. Let's get the replay render tool up and running. And chat, what do you guys have for title ideas for this replay? This will be our last replay. We're going to go to live play after this, okay? Dad is doing fine, Andrew. Thank you for asking. He's currently asleep on the couch. When I went and stretched my back, I went and took a look at it. And see, he's we're going to be going to dinner in a couple hours, so he's probably resting up for that. No idea what we're gonna do for dinner. Gonzaga Go-Go. Ah, I see what you did there. I like that one. Good idea there, Bufford. What else? How about spreading sap, like you're spreading cheese? Any other ideas, y'all, for a title for this one?
How about title?
Title? Ooh, stuck in the middle with Gonzaga. Broken boat? Okay. Any other title ideas? Did he yeah, that's a good point, City Slav. He really was stuck in the middle for a long time, wasn't he? At one boat, no one plays. I would almost put Slippery as a choice too, because of how difficult it was for enemies to really hit him and do damage. Guns going Gonzo. But which of those do you think is the most clickbaity? A go-go, spreading sap, stuck in the middle with Anzogu, broken boats, slippery.
A go-go.
A go-go? All right. We'll do a go-go. Man, that Kexart really was your nemesis that whole game, wasn't he? And there's the win. Well, Machine, thanks for sending in that replay. That was a nice one to look at, a great opportunity to learn more about the boat, and a good showcase of what makes her so special. I don't remember how you can get her, if you guys know exactly.
Gonzaga's in the shop.
For what resource?
I think doubloons.
Okay.
What tier is it?
9.
It's a tier 9. It's for doubloons. Okay, thanks, guys. All right, cool.